tutorial. In this video, I want to introduce the three different modes of R-Markdown documents. In the last video, we have already created a document and I've changed it a little bit to make things a little bit clearer. So first of all, we have our options header here. We have our title, the author, and the date, as well as the output format, which we left at HTML. We can change things here. For example, we could add another author or change the title of our document. Second, we have those sections that are kind of a little bit differently shaded with the 3 tick marks in the beginning, 3 tick marks at the end, and here in the beginning we also have the curly brackets followed by an R and a name as well as an option. In this first case, this is always included in a new R-Markdown document, and it sets the option whether the R code or just the output from the R code should be included in our final document that you will hand in. So in this case, in general, if we don't set options in those so-called code chunks, like this one and this one, it will be included. So that is, the R code will be printed in our final document. We have another code chunk down here, which we have given the name Introduction. You don't necessarily have to give a name, but it is quite nice as you can navigate your document through this menu down here and see the different chunks, as they're called, and easily, swap them out or hop between them. In this case, I just copy pasted the code from our Eurostat tutorial just to see that this kind of works in the same way and how it looks in an R-Markdown document. So besides from those R code chunks, we can have regular text. But this regular text will be formatted using a language called Markdown. This is another programming language like R, but it has its own logic. You might recall that in R, those pound signs are used to indicate a comment. But outside of the R code chunks, those are actually headings. A single one stands for first level heading, 2 stand for a second level heading, and so on. In between, we can add regular text. This would normally be a description of what you're trying to do or an answer to a question you're given. This can be in between the R code chunks, and then the output from those chunks will be added just after the text or before the text, wherever you want to. For example, in this simple document, we download some data from Eurostat, and then we include a plot using ggplot. Notice that in this code chunk, we have set the option echo to be false, and therefore this code will not be printed. However, the output from the code will still be in the final document. In this R code chunk, we have not changed the options, and therefore the global options to show the code will apply. We can also run our code without creating the whole document by just clicking on this green sign here. This will run this one code chunk, and then we can see we also have our global environment, and we can create the plot output here. The third mode in an R-Markdown document is the math mode. It has the kind of separate option that is indicated by $2 in the beginning and $2 in the end. And then in between, we can use what is called LaTeX math. If you're not familiar with LaTeX math, have a look at our website, where we have some links to good resources and also some descriptions. However, if we don't want our math to be in a separate line, we can also add inline math by just adding single dollar signs. This is it for this tutorial. Thank you very much for watching, and see you soon.